Hey guys, it's Poochie. I'm going to teach you how to do a few things on an eBay account right now. So I am going to show you how to send offers on items that you have watchers on. It's very easy to do. Come over to active listings, go to your selling tab, you go to your active listings, and then you come down here and they give you a few things, right? Item specific recommendations, item specifics required soon, the ones you have best offer added on, the ones you can research prices on, which is everything pretty much. And you see, these are the offers I've sent, and these are the offers that are eligible. So when I click on send offers eligible, okay, it's going to take us over here, and we have 12 listings, right? And each one of them has a watcher or several watchers. Okay, it'll show over here, right, how many watchers are on it. And so it's going to allow me to send an offer. So what I can do, you can do this on your phone too. It just is a lot more time intensive. You can't do it in bulk like this. So if you go to send offer, right, and you can do a percentage off, you can do an offer amount, right? Like I can make it like, I'm going to sell these for $15 to this person. But what I like to do is just go through, click all. It makes it really easy. I kind of have a look, go through and have a look and see what stuff is priced at. See, this is the stuff that I already have on sale. It's marked down. So I look at it and go, okay, well, these items I still am comfortable offering a 10% discount, so I'm just going to send a 10% discount. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow counter offers. So that means on some of these things, if I will take less, say this Nipsey Hussle, I will take less, right? Then it allows them the opportunity to come back at me. Well, I'm not going to give you $41.39 like it says here, but I'll give you $35. I'll offer you $35, so then they can come back to me with an offer. So it opens up the I guess the offer negotiation with a buyer if it's a serious buyer. So you can go back and forth if you want, or you can just offer it, and a lot of times they just take the offer when I send it. Some people don't, because they're watching the item, not because they're interested in it, but because, you know, they want to see what it sells for, or they have one, or whatever. So let's go and look at something else. Promoted listings eligible. Okay, so if you go to promoted listings eligible, almost all the stuff in my eBay store is promoted. Okay, and this store, being that it is mostly clothing, okay, I will, you see what these are, okay, I will tell you that is List Perfectly. So I use List Perfectly software, and that is so I can cross list onto different platforms. I will put the link for List Perfectly below so you can sign up, and I think they give you 30% off of your first month. It is a lifesaver, and the way things are going now, eBay is not the only game in town. I mean, it hasn't been for a while, but as far as sales, there are some weeks, which is shocking to me, that I actually get more sales on Poshmark and Mercari than on eBay, which has never happened before, and I've been selling for long before there was a Poshmark or a Mercari. But cross-posting, cross-listing, whatever you want to call it, is very, very important, and List Perfectly is the way I choose to do that. So let's click on all of them, and I'm going to promote. Now, first of all, they say, okay, you want to do promoted listings standard? Yes. Okay. You can do a dynamic ad rate, okay, which it will adjust your ad rate automatically to eBay's daily suggestion, whether that is 6%, 12.2%, 18%, you know, whatever it is, it will give you the ad rate that it thinks that you need for that day. I never do that. I've tried that before. It did not work well, and all I ended up doing really was paying more to eBay. So what I do over here is I do a fixed ad rate, okay, and I'm going to do these. I'm just going to add them to an existing campaign that I have, okay. You can make up a new campaign if you want. I'm not sure if you can do it here. I don't know. You might have to make up a separate campaign manually, but I'm going to just say, let's do these at 6%. They're clothing items, most of them. Actually, I think all of them are clothing items, so 6% is fine. I could do them higher than 6%, but I feel like doing them higher than 6%. All I really do is put money in eBay's pocket. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think so. So that is how you promote listings. Let's look at some other things. Let's look at drafts. So I don't think I have any in drafts right now, but when I have items in drafts, I have an employee that will take the photos that have been taken of the items and we'll go through and create a listing, and then I go in and check the listing, make sure the price that they put is acceptable where I want it, make sure that all the information is correct, make sure, like yesterday there was an item that had a stain on the front. It was a cool shirt. I can't remember where it's from, Virgin Islands or some, I don't even know what it was, but I took it off and I said, pull this, it slipped by the person who purchased it, it slipped by the person who took the photos, and it slipped by the employee that listed the item. So I was the final determination saying, no, that should have never gotten this far because it has a stain on the front and it kind of isn't a high ticket item. So it's ruined. I don't want to mess with it. So we're just going to redonate it to a place because it's still fine to use. It's just not the quality of things that we would sell. So this is where I would go. My employee who does the listings would save things as a draft, and then I would go in and manage the drafts and upload things. Now let's go into active and see what we have that's about to end. Well, actually I like to go here. So this eBay account, we do all clothing. I have a few eBay accounts that I use for different things. So this one, the sales, I mean, they're okay. They're not great, but like I've always said, this is interesting. I've always said that I do this for a hobby, not as a business. I mean, I want to make money, of course, but I do eBay and the thrifting as a hobby because I have other businesses where I make my income. Well, due to a banking error and Bank of America like triple charging me for my auto payments on a credit card, I actually needed this eBay money because I needed money that I could just transfer really quickly. So this eBay money actually, usually it's just for play stuff or to do whatever, but it actually came in really handy. So multiple streams of income is an excellent thing. So let's go into ending today, and I'll show you what we're going to do. You see down here how we have unsold and relisted. I'll show you what I have in there. I have some stuff that I want to just pull out because I don't want to have it on eBay anymore, like the tags. We've had them on a long time, and this I need some sort of a EPA number or something to get it relisted because I ended it and then I can't relist it for whatever reason. So I need to have that EPA number or whatever it is in order to even relist it, which it was fine on eBay before, but now suddenly I can't relist it. So I don't know. Those came off a pallet. I'm going to go into ending today. Okay, and I'm going to show you a little trick I do. You may have heard that a lot of sellers, they don't relist their items and they don't just let their items go. They will end their items and then they will click on sell similar and they will do a new listing that gives them a new number, a new eBay item number, and they say that that helps more than just relisting items, or especially more than just letting them, relist themselves, to get more purchases, to get that item suddenly back in front of people. Now, there's one reseller who is a YouTube person and has said that causes a shadow ban or could cause a shadow ban. I think I'm not positive, but I've never experienced that. And what I've experienced in doing this is I actually have a chance to look at the item and see I think that's priced too high, or I think the pictures are bad, or I think, this, or I think that. So it gives me a chance to improve on the listings. I just did one earlier that the listing was a WWF vintage game, and it said WF. So the employee who listed it, didn't know that it was WWF or missed a W or something, and when I was originally listing it or approving it, missed it. So I was able, by ending the item, sometimes you're able to do that, or when you look at specific items after they've been on, you see they're priced too high, or something else is going on, or it just doesn't have the demand in that item that it had, a while back. Like Lululemon used to have a lot more demand than I'm seeing lately. So that's a good reason to either mark them on sale or just reprice them and price them lower when you relist them. But selling similar, I actually have a lot of things sell that weren't selling, and suddenly I relist them, and I've got watchers, I've got an offer, I send them an offer and it's sold. So that's a really good thing. Now you see these, they have watchers, okay, but I've sent out all the offers, okay, they have not sold. So sometimes I will look at these. If it's an item that's not, I don't have one of, if I have like 50 of the item, sometimes the goal is not to end the item and sell similar or relist it. Sorry, we have a parakeet rescue here, in case you didn't know, and they are talkative today. But sometimes you don't want to, you want to keep the sales history on an item. Like if I have 100 of these, phone stands, right? This little tripod here, if I have 100 of these and I've sold 25, I don't want to relist it. I don't want to end it and sell similar, because eBay is going to show that to more people because I have a good sales history on the item. So that's one thing. But if you have a lot of items that there's just one of, it's not really a problem to end them and relist them. It looks like a lot of these are on sale. They're still not selling, so I don't have a problem. I'm just going to go through them all. This one has 3 watchers, okay, but it's been on since July and it hasn't sold. So we're going to relist it, and we're going to end it and not relist, or a couple nibbles on it. Okay, so you can do this on your phone as well on the eBay app, but you have to do it individually, so it takes forever. So here I'm doing 48 of them at once. Oh, the birds. The birds. So in here are Lola Levi, who we rescued from someone who was actually a vet and was having PTSD because of the noises they make, like, and other noises. So Lola and Levi are rescues, and then there is Kermie and her son Pikachu. Yes. So there are 4 birds out here. One is in another area. So you see here that, sorry, they distract me. They have to distract you when you're listening to me. 48 listings were successfully ended. So now we're going to go to ended, okay? And we're going to see all of those listings, right? Okay, and let me show you what we're going to do. Anything that we think we might have to, I might want to reprice. You're going to go, okay, I want to, change the price of this. Like, let me show you. Sell similar. We'll just do this one real quick, right? Because Nirvana shirts, unfortunately, a lot of them are a dime a dozen. This has the Anvil tag. So usually when it has a tag, Anvil tag, I'm going to say Anvil tag. So you see how I just changed that listing a little bit? Let's say it has an Anvil tag, because a lot of people look, or some people look for the shirts. You see how there is a little pinhole on that? So what this listing will say is, it will say pre-owned item, if there are stains, holes, or other signs of wear, we will picture or mention them. So that is pictured, that little hole. That's why we do that. So let's see similar listings that have sold. This one sold for $8 and $8.99 shipping. So that's $16.99. So we have ours priced at $14.99 plus $5.99 shipping. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop it down to $13.88. I mean, I'm just literally reducing the price a little bit. And what I do is I make sure that everything, when we first add it on, it's going to be and 99 cents. So it's $14.99, $29.99, $39.99, right? All the offers I send out will either be a percentage off or I will make the offer 95 cents. So maybe it's $22.99 and I offer them $18.95. I offer it to them at $18.95. Okay. All of the items that I have reduced the price on will be $88. So anytime I look at anything in my eBay store, I know that if it ends in 88 cents, then I have already marked the item down one time. If I have to mark it down 2 times, God, it's not really worth it, is it? So I haven't gotten to that point. But I'd probably go to 77 cents or something, just so there's a way for me to know I've marked it down once, I've marked it down twice. So if we go down here, we're just going to list it for free again. Since I have an eBay store that I can have a lot of listings. Okay, now we're done, right? It's been listed, it's been lowered. I know the price has been lowered. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to delete it. Okay, so that's how I would do an individual one. If I want to do one, and I'll show you here. If I want to do one, sell similar, okay, and the picture looks horrible because for whatever reason it just looks bad to me, like this one, the background is dark. The photo's dark and the background is dark. So let me start by doing the auto adjust. The auto adjust kind of makes it look blue. So I'm going to leave it as it is, and I'm going to try to remove the background. Okay, now you see how the background has been removed and it hasn't distorted the image. There's a little bit of rough patch down here, but that's fine. So we're going to save that. Now, it's up to you whether you want to go in and do that to the rest of the photos. I might do it on the back photo too. Okay, that looks fine. It hasn't distorted it. If you want to do it on other photos, this one's fine, this one's fine. If you wanted to do it on these others, that would be fine to do, but I don't see the need to do it. Vintage, I'm going to... Fossil. God, how do you spell fossil? Hold on a second. I didn't see this happening. Is it fossil? Purse? Fossil. Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because you want to spell things right? It's important. So the pattern braided, I don't think that's the pattern. The listing material, exterior color silver is incorrect. So those are, what do they call it? Item specifics. Sorry, I had a little brain fart. Here's our store category. Let's look at, see, it says silver embellishment braided handles, so that's why it wants to say silver. Let's look over here and see if we see one similar. Oops, that was weird. I don't see one similar. This one sold for $30. This one sold for $12.50, so that's a pretty big range. I think I'm going to, let's mark this down to $28.88. I'm not sure how long we've had it, but and it has the shipping jeans, which we have basic shipping. Oh God, I'm having such a brain fart. We have basic shipping for flat rate shipping, so I know that jeans is $8.99, so that is what we're going to put as the shipping, because I think that purse will cost about $8.99. You can do calculated shipping. I don't do that, but you can if you want. I just estimate what things are going to cost to ship, and it usually comes out pretty close. So now we're going to list that item, and we have, if we view the listing, we're going to see that the photo, look how much better that looks, right, than the other photo that we had. Okay, so yep, done. Now we're going to go back, and we need to delete that listing, because when you relist items, they disappear. When you sell similar, they stay. So we want to delete that off. Now the rest of them, let me show you how we're going to do this. We're just going to select all of them. Okay, I'm not going to change anything else on the, wait. There were those 6. Yep, those 6 that I did not want to do. So we're going to go down here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I'm probably going to do those ties just in a lot, or I will redonate them. Because they've spent enough time with us. So we're going to take those out. So these, right, I clicked them all. You don't have to do that. I'm going to move my little head out of the way, and then I'm going to just submit all. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to have to go over there, and I'm going to have to delete them again, except for those 6. Right, so it's going to show them again. I am moving all over the place. So I'm going to select all, then I'm going to go down and deselect the ones that I don't want to delete, that were already here when I started. And then I'm going to delete all. Okay, I hope that helps show you how to do some things on eBay. If you want to know how much to, let's go over here to selling. If you want to know how to figure out how to cancel orders, you go to awaiting payment, right? And you can send invoices. Like this person is taking a while to pay because they're 4 days out and they haven't paid yet. So I have already sent them an invoice, but I'm going to send them another invoice, and I don't need to be emailed a copy, but you need to just look and make sure everything's correct. Yes, I don't know where they are. They're not being charged sales tax. Interesting. So then I will go back, and you can look at these, and if this person doesn't pay within a certain amount of time, I can cancel the order. This is how you cancel the order. And you would say, there would be another one that pops up when you're eligible, when you've waited long enough to do this, and it will say buyer have not received buyer's payment, or buyer has not paid, right? And you would click that, and then you would click submit. Okay, if you lose the item, you have to click out of stock or damaged, or if you can't find it. Also, sometimes the buyer asks to cancel, so this is where you would do that as well. I hope that helped. Just some tips on how to do things with eBay, some basics. I hope it helped. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you liked the video, and we appreciate you watching, guys. Thanks so much. Remember, buy low, sell high, and subscribe. And also hit the little bell button, because then you get to see all the cool videos like this that otherwise you may have missed. Thanks for watching.